Alright, so now the second leg of my journey will start from Bergen and I will start driving towards Trondheim. And I will pass through the Tindevegen pass and the Avri Ardal village. It's The reason I chose this path was because it was based on my research. It was one of the most scenic routes. There were 3 different routes that I could take, and this happened to be the most scenic route, so that's why I decided to take this path. Also, in terms of toll roads, this seemed to be the most economical, although my research based on Google Maps and some other resources wasn't that great. As when I reached the pass, then I discovered that there was 100 NOK toll just for the pass itself, let alone the other toll roads that I took along the way. I tried to avoid them as much as I possibly could, but then there were certain paths that you could not have avoided, and you were bound to go through toll roads. However, this path was full of waterfalls, extremely beautiful waterfalls, and most of the time I was driving either through mountain passes or along some lakes. I've got some very beautiful lakes in this video that I visited, and the pass itself was beautiful. It was at 4,000 height, and it also contains the tallest mountain in Norway. If only the trees let you see the fjords. Isn't this magical? My cousin, who loves to travel, told me to keep a record of all the waterfalls. And I was like, how many? How many do you want me to keep a record of? Because this country is just so full of those. Every turn, every corner, you'd run into a very amazingly beautiful waterfall. Country is just full of waterfalls and rivers. I'm yet to see any salmon, but of course it's Norway which is known for its salmon. So at the moment I'm in a relatively remote town of Ardal, and from here I'm taking a road which is a single lane road going into these bushlands, which Google even doesn't show as a road. From another app I actually recognized it as a road, and so it's a risk. I've charged my car, just being mindful of the risk, I've charged my car to full battery, so that in case Google is right and at some point the road just gets cut off, I have enough power to come back. But that's basically the route. There was another route that was going up there. You can see the zigzag of roads going up, but I'm not going to that side. It's going back towards Oslo. So I'm going further to the north, taking this road, which is a single lane road. So for oncoming traffic, of course, you'll have to give way. It was actually much trickier than I had anticipated. The road was quite winding and it was very steep, and by the time I got to the top, as you can see now here in the video, it got a bit flat, but while doing so I ended up consuming a lot of my battery. Before I got to the start of this, I had around 270 kilometers range left on my car, but by driving like maybe 10 kilometers of this steep incline, my car battery came down to 98 kilometers, which was very tricky because by this time I had started panicking, as I knew that this is going to get very remote, and in this whole trip, in this whole journey, there is just one charger that I was bypassing. Like that, my plan was to bypass that from the beginning. So that's why I wasn't very comfortable, and that actually ruined part of this journey for me, because it was very beautiful, but I couldn't really enjoy it, being scared of whether I'd be able to contain the charge on my battery or not. So I think at the moment I'm at the highest point, and from here onwards it's gonna probably go down. I've just paid 100 kron toll, which comes to around 14 Australian dollars or 10 euros, and you've got some goats. Hey, yeah, I know, move away, doesn't want to move. So this is pretty much like some parts of Scotland. Wow, it was a tough call. Just in case you noticed that there was a car just came in front, and you can see what is the width of this road, and yeah, it was tricky. Alright, let's see what's next. I'm really hoping that now we start going down. As I said, my battery has come from 250 to 98 kilometers, the range, in a matter of 20 kilometers. So that's how steep the incline was for this battery. Ooh, there is this further steep, man, I don't like it, but hopefully we can recover some of the charge from here. Okay, too much traffic here, I'm gonna stop the video. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Good, give me some charge. It's just insanely beautiful. And you can see the road going all the way into those hills. And I know that there's a long road ahead. It's already somewhere around 7 or 8 in the evening, and I should of course start considering discontinuing my journey. But then when I see people walking down there, I've got to walk there as well. Let's wait for the reveal. Far enough and scary enough as well. Wow. Okay, I hope I'm sitting on my knee now. I love the ledges, but not to the crazy level. Oh man, just beautiful, just amazing. I need to soak it in, so I'm stopping the video. There is nothing but utter vastness, and I love the amazing people who choose this place for camping. The deeper you go into the spot, the more realization you have of how popular this spot is. There are quite a few people, especially this one car that I saw, that they chose one of the best spots. Like here deep, you can see there is a small camper van right here at the tip of my finger, and they parked in front of this small waterfall right here. And this waterfall now comes down, and they had this perfect location, and this turns into a river that goes downstream towards the lake. And then next to that lake also, there is no road, it's just a dirt road, and you can see quite a few camper vans parked there. And that's basically what I saw. Like, it was quite sporadic. You'd see, like, in the middle of nowhere there is just one car parked. like there is a small white dot, and apparently people value privacy here, so nobody would come and stay with next to you. And that was probably one of the highlights for me for this whole bit as well. So this is where I spent last night. It was a very beautiful place. I was parked between these two camper vans, trying to block off some of the wind as it was extremely windy. And then you had this amazing view where you have the Fenariki, and next to that you have the Storen, and behind those Storen and Fenariki you have the Galdhøpiggen, which is the tallest mountain of Norway. And in winter this whole area is covered in snow. Sometimes, in most of the times, this pass is also closed. This is the Tindevegen pass that I took to come here. That's the whole journey that I've taken. It's around 32 kilometers from Øvre Aurdal up until the end of Tindevegen, where you have a small town called Tortajo, something like that. I don't really remember. Now the next part of my journey would mean continuing on this road for another 70 kilometers to the next charge. However, battery was of concern because I did not have much battery left, and I could go down there to the small town called Skjolden, and there it was about 10 kilometers. However, once I set on that journey, I realized that all the elevation that I had gained coming from Øvre Aurdal into the Tindevegen Pass, I would lose that. I would have to go all the way down and then climb all the way back up, because that's the only way. There is no other way. And that made me concerned because, as I mentioned, I still had another 80 kilometers, and the car was this Citroen is I feel bad saying this, but it's such a poor car in terms of fuel efficiency, like keeping charge, that I wasn't even sure if I'd be able to travel this 100 kilometers on this car. It's very unfortunate. I really wish I had known about this before getting the electric vehicle. Which in fact I forced the rental, because I had paid a bit extra to get the electric vehicle, and they gave me the option to opt out of it and go for a hybrid car, but I really wanted to experience this, and that's how my experience ended. Now let's walk to that ledge again and get a closer view. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and the road is actually quite crowded, much more than I anticipated. So this is 1392, so hopefully from here onwards, so see, there's a thick layer of glacier still. This is July, and the temperature that the car is showing is somewhere around 17 degrees, but still you've got really nice thick layer of glacier up there. Right, so this is basically where I think I'm at the tallest point. Before this was 1392, and after this it goes down to 1316. Actually, a little bit behind this was 1428 meters. This is meters, which means it comes to around 4,000 feet. And this is pretty much the view that has remained with me since I started this morning. And now you have Storen there, you have Galdhøpiggen there. I'm a little bit confused as to which one that exactly is, but that range still remains to be seen. It seems very beautiful, and of course I'll get to learn a little bit more about it as I travel through this further. This is where now this journey is coming to an end. I'm coming out of the pass, I'm going down, and all those 4,000 feet that I had gained, I'm descending those ones quite rapidly. The ultimate objective is to find the next charger so that I can continue my journey from there onwards. Alright, I'll see you guys for the next video. Please do like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.